Hello, my name is Tilahun, and I came from Lalibela, which is a 2 days driving from Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia. I left home when I was about 8 years old. Why I choose to leave home is because of many reasons, but the most significant reason and the one that made me to decide is poverty. I used to live with my mother and with my young brother, and my father passed away when I was little, so my mother was not able to send us to school because she was very poor and she has no any job, she is not educated, and it was even difficult for her to feed us. The only way that she used to feed us was by selling a firewood. She bring a firewood, working by her foot for 9 sometimes 10 hours a day, carrying the firewood on her back, and she sell it for $2. Seeing all the situation for me and seeing the burden of my mother to raise us makes me to decide somewhere to go and to survive myself. When I first came to Addis Ababa, I was very nervous and I was afraid and I felt alone because I have nobody here, I don't know anyone, and I don't have even anything to eat. So it was a hardest time in my life. The horrors of this dejected life is the rainy season. In the rainy season, if you are on the street, if you are a street boy, there is no anywhere to go. There is no shelter for street boys, for street children. After I have lived like for almost 3 years, which is the hardest years in my life, I met my mom Shirley. I remember the day that she came around. She came around us were a rainy season, and she was there giving a tarp and blanket, and she was feeding about 15 children, 15 stray children, and I was the one among them. And the day I met my mom Shirley, she committed to sending me to boarding school, and 5 of my friends who were together on the streets were also sponsoring to go to boarding school with me. And after I get into a boarding school, I really worked hard every day, every time. But the most that really makes me to focus on my education and to focus on my dream was the first letter that I received from my mom Shirley. I remember the letter said that it says, "I love you and God love you too." It was it was a strange word for me because I am a straight boy and I don't have nothing, or I don't have nothing that makes me to be loved. So it was a honor to me, to read that letters, and I felt that I have someone who loves me. Then I started focused on my dream, because when I was on the street, I have never dreamed about my future. But when I get in boarding school, when I get my education and get basic things, I started to focus on my education and on my future. Since I get into high school, I started a charity club, and I organized a volunteer group in my school. I just told to the whole students about how my life was on the street, how my life looks like was on the street. With the support of Mothers with the Heart and with the support of my mom, we were able to help about more than 200 orphaned children by giving school materials, clothes, and by feeding them through Mothers with the Heart for Ethiopia. And now my friends are like in a good situation right now. Like some of are attending their education in America, and I also graduated from college, uh, a tour guide, and I'm a tour guide. So I have a good life now. So I want to say thank you for my mom. Thank you so much, mom, and I love you. You know that. Thank you so much for changing my life. Thank you so much for helping my friends too. And thank you so much for everything you are doing for Ethiopia.